Hi, I'm Tara with SmartDeploy, and this is Smart Tech Tips. Today I'm going to walk you through dynamic grouping in the new release of SmartDeploy. Let's dive in. All right, I am excited to show you the dynamic grouping feature that we just released. First thing is you need to make sure that you have updated your console. So if you haven't done that, do that first. Then we are going to hop in here into computer management. And you see that I've made a whole bunch of groups because I was just giddy with excitement. I had to make some. But let's scroll down because I want to show you where to create the group. So right here, I'm going to say create. And where it says computer group, that's actually a static group. So that existed before. We're going to create a filter group. This is our dynamic group. So when we create it, the new group name, let's call this one, what should we call it? Name, just for fun. Let's call it name. Okay, now here's my filter. If I hit the plus here, these are all the values that I can assign it. So name, kind of fun, right? Contains, these are all the different variables that I can put on here. I'm going to say contains. And because all my machines are VMs, I'm going to put VM. And then I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to hit finish. Now let's scroll up. And here's the one that I just created. And I have none because I did something wrong. Let's go find out why. Because I pulled the wrong variable. Good lesson. Let's delete that and come back. So if I want to delete one, I just right click on it and I can either edit it or I can delete it. We're going to delete this one because we made a mistake, but that's good. We're learning together. Delete it. Let's look at one that I already made, okay? Just for funsies. So I made one called high school right here. So if I hit right click and edit it, here is the filter. And again, if I click on the criteria, double click on it, I can see what I'm doing. So it's going by name contains HS. So where is it looking for name? Right here at the top, these headers, name, Billy, Eddie, Steve. So see how I have added HS to the end of my machine. So I'm just creating an environment as if I was in an educational environment. So I want to separate my middle school machines and my high school machines. So I'm telling it, look for HS to separate it. So, okay, let's go okay, and then okay. So here's all my high school machines. I did the same thing with middle school. Any machine that ends in MS is going to be thrown into middle school. So you get the idea. I'm segmenting it by department. So let's say I want to know which of my clients is on the new SmartDeploy version and which aren't. So for that one, I did client version. So let's dig into this one. So I'm going to right click to edit and I named it client version. And then let's double click on this. So client version contains 3.0.1040. So that's the old version, okay? We'll hit okay. And then you can see these ones all have the older version. How about we update one? Let's dig into Lucas, okay? So if I dig into Lucas and then I come up here and I hit update, well, I'm gonna update Lucas's client. So we'll just hit finish. While that's going on, I'm gonna jump back to computer management and show you that I made a group for updated client. So let's right click, edit. So this value is set to the newest client version, which is 90. So I know that these clients in this group all have the updated one. So it's pretty straightforward, right? Anytime you make a group, you can look at all of the headers for these computers. Let's click out and go back in. So anything that exists in computer management, you can pull and make a group out of it. I love it. Let's go see if it moved. It takes a second to move in here, so my guess is that it didn't. We could try to force it, but I'm guessing it's not going to. Yeah, Lucas is still trying, so he's not quite done. But once he's updated the client, he's going to dump into this new group because they're dynamic. They're going to come in and out of the groups. Let's look at a couple other ones. So I made one for connection type. So that's looking at this header right here, this value, IP address. There's one for heartbeat. So literally any value that exists right here, and there's a whole bunch of them, you can make a dynamic group out of. Pretty handy. I love this function. I can see many use cases for it. Go make a ton of groups. I think you're going to love this functionality. Let me know how you did in the comments. I want to hear all the groups you made. That's all for today. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me how you're doing. I'm Tara for Smart Deploy. Thanks for watching.